Thank you. Today in the morning, when you were leaving home, about to walk to the bus stop, you look at the watch, I am late, and you start running. Halfway there, you also notice that you have that important meeting, and you start feeling worried that you might get fired if you miss it. You need to start running faster. But your muscles are not responding. You start feeling that annoying burning sensation in your muscles, and you start feeling tired. Are your muscles out of fuel? While you're wondering whether or not you'll make it to the bus, let me tell you something. If you look around you, you probably notice that we all have differences. But we have a lot in common too, like complex internal mechanisms that, when working well, allow us to survive, be happy, and to respond to challenges of everyday life, such as running to that bus before it leaves. The study of these internal mechanisms is called physiology, and that's what I do. Now, you start feeling tired while running to the bus. But why? You'll be unfair to blame only your muscles when you start feeling weaker and slower than before. In fact, your muscles don't just run out of fuel. We know that fatigue is a complex process caused by a range of mechanisms from the brain to the muscle. These mechanisms are responsible for your progressive inability to run, jump, or sometimes even just stand up. Now, my PhD research is focused on motor neurons, which are nerve cells in the spinal cord, halfway from the brain to the muscle. These nerve cells tell our muscles when and how to contract, so you can move your body. But they don't just simply transmit the information that comes from the brain. When you start running, desperate to catch that bus, they amplify or speed up this information sent to the muscles. This amplification happens thanks to the presence of chemicals, serotonin and noradrenaline, that are released around these nerve cells. These are the amplification powers of your nervous system. And why do we need an amplification in the spinal cord? Well, with this amplification, our brain doesn't need to work as hard to communicate to our muscles. So we should thank these nerve cells because they are acting like powerful superheroes every time we move. And you might have heard that with great power comes great responsibility. So what if these nerve cells are responsible for your inability to run as fast to the bus? What if after you run it for a while they get tired and lose their amplification powers? Does this happen? The answer is maybe. In fact, we don't know because I haven't finished my PhD yet. But if the amplification stops, your brain will now need to work harder to communicate to your muscles, as if it was screaming. And if it screams for a long time, it will probably get tired. And this is related with feelings of fatigue, making exercise seem harder. Now, a direct measurement of these amplification powers is not possible in humans. And don't worry, I'm not a mad scientist trying to cut into people's skin, look what the motor neurons are up to. I'm actually trying to improve non-invasive techniques to measure these amplification powers, to see if these cells get less responsive during exercise. By building a picture of how these nerve cells work and their role in fatigue, I hope to answer questions that are of interest, not just for those of you who run to the bus, but also for clinical populations. Because we know that these amplification powers are changed in some neurological conditions, such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and a host of other disorders. For example, these amplification powers can actually sometimes be too much of a good thing and cause involuntary muscle spasms after a spinal cord injury in a car accident. Now, every time you dance on a Saturday night, or tonight in the welcome reception, or you run to the bus, or simply take a step, you probably don't think about the physiological mechanisms at play until things go wrong. Now, we have the tools to understand why things go wrong, to look at our inner superheroes getting tired and understand why you missed the bus. And if you did miss the bus, don't worry. There's always another one coming. Thank you.